All right, let's talk about something that, well, often feels like a bit of an unavoidable headache for any business. I mean, product returns.
hmm Definitely a common pain point.
Yeah, we usually see them as just a cost, don't we? Or, a complex logistical
Or
challenge.
just inventory sitting there losing value.
Exactly. It's seen as part of doing business, sure, but definitely not the profitable part.
Traditionally, no.
But what if I told you that what comes back isn't just a problem to manage, but actually a massive strategic opportunity?
Okay, interesting angle.
That reverse logistics, managing the flow of products back through your supply chain isn't this burden, but could actually be a hidden gold mine.
A gold mine.
Tell me more.
Yeah, a chance to unlock significant value, boost your profits, and even dramatically improve your sustainability efforts.
Right.
So this deep dive is all about unpacking how businesses can tap into this often overlooked potential. And we'll share how global standard expertise in this field is making real waves right here in South Africa. Exactly. And what's fascinating here, I think, is that we're moving beyond that traditional sort of linear supply chain thinking.
Which is all about just getting products out the door.
Precisely. Instead, we're embracing more of a circular economy model,
Okay.
where the goal is really to keep products and their materials in use for as long as possible. You want to extract maximum value from them, even after they leave the customer.
So it's not just managing costs anymore.
No, not at all. It's about competitive advantage. It's about building truly resilient, profitable businesses by seeing the full life cycle of a product, not just the first part.
That distinction is key, isn't it? And if you want to understand the cutting edge of this reverse revolution, you really have to look at the global stage.
Absolutely.
The Reverse Logistics Association, the RLA, they held their EMEA summit in Amsterdam just recently, June 24th to 26th, 2025.
Right, the big one for the region.
Yeah, people often call it the Davos of reverse logistics for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa.
It's a fair comparison. It's the premier event for industry leaders, innovators, everyone shaping the future of how products move back.
And as part of this important summit, something particularly impactful happened on June 24th.
Okay.
An intensive program called the Reverse Logistics Masterclass Essentials. Now, imagine this as kind of the advanced, almost special forces training for logistics executives.
Huh, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Special forces training.
It's not just a basic course, right? It's designed to really push the boundaries of how leaders think about and manage returns, turning them from, a liability into an asset.
And facilitated by top names, too.
Exactly. Dr. Peter C. Evans and Rich Bulger, highly respected figures in the field.
Absolutely. And this masterclass, it's specifically tailored for leaders to fundamentally transform their approach.
How so?
Well, it shifts that whole mindset, like you said, from seeing returns as just a costly headache to viewing them as a profitable, sustainable, and even brand-enhancing part of their operations.
So it covers a lot of ground then.
It really does. The curriculum delves into several critical areas. First, it tackles the financial management of the reverse supply chain.
So understanding the true costs.
Yes, but crucially, also the hidden revenue opportunities within returns.
Yeah.
That's often overlooked.
Right.
Second, it explores the practical application of circular strategies. Think things like refurbishment, remanufacturing, effective recycling, basically extending product value.
Keeping things in use.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Third, there's a really strong emphasis on leveraging cutting-edge technology and data.
AI analytics.
Precisely.
Hmm.
Artificial intelligence, advanced analytics, using these tools to predict returns, optimize processes, and make smarter, data-driven decisions.
Okay.
And finally, it covers designing truly customer-centric returns processes, transforming what can often be a point of friction.
Oh, definitely. Returns can be a nightmare for customers.
Right, into a positive brand interaction that actually builds loyalty. It's about strategically orchestrating the whole thing for maximum value rather than just, reacting when stuff comes back.
That's powerful stuff. So if I'm a business leader listening right now, maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this, what are one or two immediate actionable insights from a masterclass like this? Things I could start thinking about applying, even before, calling in a specialist.
Good question. I think one of the biggest aha moments leaders often have is realizing that simply minimizing return rates isn't always the best strategy.
Really? You mean more returns could be okay?
Well, it's more about managing the returns you do get effectively. Extracting value from them can actually be far more profitable than just trying to stop them altogether.
Okay, shifting the focus.
Exactly. Viewing every return not as a final failure, but as a potential new starting point for that product's life cycle.
Right, like a second chance.
Precisely. The second big insight is the power of data. Companies often collect some data on returns, sure.
Yeah, quantity, maybe reason codes?
Right. But they rarely analyze why products are really coming back in depth or track what happens to them afterward effectively. The masterclass really drills into using that data, using it to improve product design, maybe refine sales strategies, even predict future returns, moving you from being purely reactive to becoming proactive.
Those are tangible takeaways.
Ah.
Definitely food for thought. And now, this is where it gets really interesting for us locally. Some truly exciting news that places South African expertise squarely on this global map.
Okay, let's hear it.
Anthony Goldberg, who is the CEO of Antel Solutions, a Johannesburg-based company,
Right, I know Antel.
has successfully graduated from this prestigious reverse logistics masterclass we've been talking about.
Wow, that's significant. From that very program in Amsterdam.
From that very program. And this achievement, it isn't just about a certificate hanging on the wall. It clearly signifies that Antel Solutions operates at a global standard.
Validated by the leading industry body itself. That's a strong statement.
Exactly.
And what's particularly significant about Anthony Goldberg's achievement, I think, is that he isn't just a recent graduate picking these concepts up for the first time. No, he's been a real pioneer in reverse logistics within South Africa for quite some time. He actually serves as the official representative of the Reverse Logistics Association in South Africa.
Ah, okay. So he's the local connection point for the RLA.
Exactly, a
Yeah.
direct conduit for global best practices right here at home. And his involvement, it extends internationally too.
Mhm.
He's a member of the RLA's European Committee and their Consumer Products Committee.
So he's not just learning, he's contributing to the conversation globally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This truly positions him as a key thought leader, someone who is not only mastering these concepts, but actively helping to shape that global conversation.
That's fantastic. So his graduation, as you say, isn't just a personal milestone for him or even just for Antel Solutions.
No, it's broader than that.
It's a clear signal, isn't it, that South African industry leaders are not just participating in, but truly operating at a world-class level in this absolutely critical and evolving area of supply chain management.
It really shows we're not merely consumers of global knowledge anymore. We're active contributors and implementers, world-class implementers.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, so we've talked about the global stage, the cutting-edge theory from the masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's bring it right back home. What does this all mean for your business listening right now here in South Africa? How does Antel Solutions take this global standard theory and translate it into practical, impactful services? Services that address the very challenges we started with.
Right. This is where the rubber meets the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Connecting that advanced training directly to tangible business benefits for South African companies.
Exactly.
Okay, so the masterclass emphasizes creating revenue from returns, right?
Yes, turning trash into treasure, so to speak.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Antel Solutions puts this directly into practice through what they call value recovery. A key insight here is recognizing that almost every returned item, especially in FMCG and retail,
Fast-moving consumer goods.
right, it still holds some intrinsic value. Antel specializes in the rework, repacking, and reconditioning of dry, non-perishable goods.
So fixing them up, making them presentable again.
Exactly. This transforms what would otherwise just be discarded,
Mhm.
leading to significant losses, into profitable inventory that can be resold or reused. And they bring serious experience to this 89 years of combined logistics industry experience they mentioned.
Wow, that's substantial.
It is. And they ensure it's done efficiently with what they call effective simplicity and a very lean, process-driven approach. It's not about adding complexity.
Makes sense. What else?
Well, another crucial area covered in the masterclass is managing brand risk. Returns aren't just about the product. They can impact your reputation.
Definitely. A bad returns experience sticks with customers.
For sure. Antel Solutions directly addresses this risk with their product recall service. And there's a powerful real-world example of this in action.
Oh, yeah.
Their successful management of a major peanut butter recall recently.
I remember hearing about that. That was huge.
It was. And that case study really demonstrates the critical importance of having a meticulously managed reverse supply chain, not just for financial recovery, but crucially for crisis management.
And protecting the brand.
Absolutely. Protecting your brand's reputation and maintaining consumer trust when things inevitably sometimes go wrong. It's about having a pre-planned, efficient system ready to go.
That preparedness is key. Okay, so value recovery, risk management. What about the data aspect?
Right. The masterclass heavily emphasizes the strategic power of data, and Antel Solutions offers advanced business intelligence tools specifically designed to analyze why returns are happening in the first place.
Moving beyond just counting them.
Exactly. This creates a vital data feedback loop for smarter client decisions. It allows companies to really understand the root causes.
Which could lead to improvements elsewhere.
Absolutely. Improvements in product quality, maybe refinement of sales or distribution strategies, ultimately reducing those preventable returns. Their systems capture detailed information right there on the ground.
Real-time insights.
Yeah, feeding directly into design and decision-making processes. And they even offer things like customer surveys to gather those deeper qualitative insights too. It's about turning every single return into a valuable data point for continuous improvement.
That's truly fascinating because it ties so well into Antel Solutions' core philosophy. They seem to view reverse logistics not as a necessary evil, but as a genuine strategic advantage.
Yes, for building resilient and sustainable supply chains.
Their CEO, Anthony Goldberg, puts it perfectly, I think. He talks about moving from reactive firefighting to proactive value creation.
That sums it up nicely.
Through the smart application of technology, data, and interestingly, even artificial intelligence, he stated that reverse logistics isn't just a cost center. It represents, get this, a staggering $1.03 trillion opportunity globally.
$1.03 trillion. That's a massive number.
It really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? A lot of
Yes.
potential value just waiting to be unlocked.
And this just reinforces a core belief we often talk about. Knowledge is most valuable when it's not just understood theoretically, but actually effectively applied.
Right. Theory is one thing, practice is another.
Exactly. And Antel's foundational principle of effective simplicity, combined with their lean, process-driven solutions, that's precisely how they translate these complex, high-level global strategies into practical, everyday operations that directly benefit their clients here in SA.
Making that trillion-dollar opportunity accessible.
Accessible and actionable, yeah, for businesses of all sizes, not just the giants.
So, to sort of bring it all back home then, how effectively your business handles its returns, it seems it can fundamentally define your efficiency, your profitability.
And ultimately, how your customers perceive you.
It's no longer just about shipping products out the door, is it? It's really about what happens when, inevitably, some of them come back, and what value you can strategically extract from that entire process.
Which really raises an important question for you, the listener, to
All right.
consider. Is your business currently treating returns as just another costly problem to be minimized? Or are you recognizing it, perhaps for the first time, as the strategic opportunity it truly is? An opportunity waiting to be optimized and leveraged.
That's the core question, isn't it? And if that question sparked a thought, maybe a bit of uncomfortable recognition, then Antel Solutions is positioned as the expert partner you might need. Armed with this global standard expertise, validated through the RLA Masterclass and combined with their practical, real-world South African experience.
They can help unlock that hidden value.
Exactly. Help you transform your entire approach to returns. They can show you how to start mining that gold, that potential within your own operations.
Turning the headache into an asset.
Precisely. And maybe here's a final provocative thought for you to mull over as we wrap up.
Go on.
Beyond just product returns, what other seemingly costly or complex processes within your business might actually be overlooked gold mines?
Interesting. Where else is value hiding?
Yeah, areas waiting to be discovered and optimized simply by shifting your perspective and applying a more strategic, value-driven approach like we've discussed with reverse logistics.
Food for thought indeed. Always look deeper.
Definitely. For more information on how Antel Solutions can help transform your reverse logistics and unlock new value for your business, you can visit their website. It's antelsolutions.co.za.
Antelsolutions.co.za.
That's antelsolutions.co.za.
Well worth a look if any of this resonated today.